Here's what nobody wants to admit. Spending $90,000 on a shiny new pickup packed with technology, then watching a 40-year-old beater absolutely destroy it at actual work. While modern trucks are busy computing basic tasks, these legendary beasts just keep crushing it, exactly like they've done for generations. Yeah, today's pickups offer heated steering wheels and massage seats, but when serious work shows up, they can't compete with the unkillable reliability of the trucks that literally built this nation. We're talking about machines so tough, they make modern pickups look like spoiled luxury cars pretending to be work vehicles. These are 10 legendary trucks that still humiliate every single modern pickup currently on the road. Number 10. Jeep Gladiator, 1963 to 1987. The overlooked pickup embarrassing modern trucks by doing more with less for nearly 25 years. While competitors constantly redesigned and chased market trends, Jeep kept making basically the same truck for a quarter century. Why? They got it right the first time. The Gladiator was different from other pickups. While everyone else went after comfort and looks, Jeep focused on building vehicles that could survive anything. The frame was fully boxed construction, stronger than most one-ton trucks. The AMC inline-six engines, especially the 258 cubic inch, became legendary for dependability. Here's what embarrasses modern trucks. The Gladiator's four-wheel drive was pure mechanical perfection. Dana axles, front and rear, bulletproof transfer case, manual locking hubs. No electronics, no sensors, no modules to brake. It wasn't convenient by today's standards, but it was dependable. And in trucks, dependability beats everything. The body design was pure Jeep functionality. Flat panels, visible bolts, everything fixable. Rust repair was simple because panels were basic shapes. Try that with modern trucks and their complex curves and integrated construction. The Gladiator shows that the best engineering is often the simplest engineering. Hit that like button plus subscribe to Chrome Zone because we've got 9 more legendary trucks that'll blow your mind, plus tons of other forgotten automotive legends coming your way. Number 9. International Harvester Scout, 1961 to 1980. The vehicle embarrassing modern SUVs by doing more with 1960s tech than they can with computers. International Harvester didn't know how to build things that quit because they made farm equipment and commercial trucks. The Scout was basically farm tractor DNA wrapped in consumer packaging. The legendary 345 cubic inch V8 originally powered medium-duty trucks and farm machinery. Think about that. They put farm tractor power in a family vehicle. It wasn't fast, it wasn't fuel efficient, but it ran forever. These engines routinely hit 300,000 miles without major rebuilds. What made the Scout embarrassing to modern vehicles was how simple it was. No computers, no complex emission systems, no electronic anything. When something broke, which was rare, any mechanic with basic tools could fix it. Compare that to modern trucks where you need a computer science degree just to figure out why the check engine light's on. The Scout had massive frames, indestructible transfer cases, and overbuilt everything. Today's trucks might get better fuel economy and have more comfort features, but put them side by side doing real work, and the Scout outlasts them every time. It's not surviving despite being old school, it's surviving because it was built right. Number 8. GMC Sierra Grande, 1973 to 1987. The truck proving GM knew how to build quality when they actually cared. While everyone rushed to Chevrolet dealers, smart buyers chose GMC. Why? GMC was the professional grade division, and they meant it. The Sierra Grande wasn't just a rebadged Chevy with different badges. GMC actually built these tougher. Standard features on a Sierra Grande were optional extras on Chevrolet models. Beefier suspensions, larger radiators, reinforced rear axles. It's like GM's engineers finally got permission to build trucks the right way. Under the hood you'd find either a 350 or 454 cubic inch V8. But in GMC versions, they focused on torque and longevity over peak horsepower. Cooling systems were oversized, electrical components were heavy-duty. Even the alternators packed more punch than Chevrolet versions. Here's what humiliates modern pickups. A 40-year-old Sierra Grande fires up every morning without hesitation. while your new truck needs software updates and recalls for problems that didn't exist back then. These GMC trucks keep working because they were over-engineered from day one. When simplicity meets superior design, you get a truck that simply won't quit. Number 7. Ford F-Series, 1948 to 1952. The trucks that started a dynasty while still embarrassing modern pickups with their honesty. When Ford introduced the F-Series in 1948, they weren't making lifestyle statements. They were building tools for people who needed something that would work reliably every single day. The popular 239 cubic inch flathead V8 made about 100 horsepower on a good day. Pathetic by modern standards. But here's the thing. Flathead engines are almost indestructible. The design is so simple there's very little to go wrong. No overhead valves, no complicated valve systems, just iron blocks with pistons going up and down. What embarrasses modern trucks is the construction philosophy. Ford wasn't worried about weight savings or fuel economy. They wanted durability. Everything was overbuilt. Frames were massive ladder designs. Bodies were thick steel. Even the running boards could handle a full-grown man jumping on them every day. The electrical system was 6-volt simplicity. Generator, mechanical voltage regulator, points ignition. No electronics whatsoever. Many of these trucks are still running on original electrical components 75 years later. When you see these old-timers still working today, remember, they're not surviving despite being primitive. They're surviving because of it. Number 6. Chevrolet C10, 1967 to 1972. The truck that represents peak American design by hitting the perfect balance between simplicity and capability. These trucks were built when manufacturers expected vehicles to last, and it shows. Today, these aren't just collectibles. Thousands are still daily drivers. The genius was in the simplicity. All steel bodies with no plastic cladding. Simple ladder frames any welder could repair. Basic suspension that just worked. Under the hood, the 250 cubic inch 6-cylinder was practically bulletproof. The 350 V8 was the sweet spot. Enough power for any job, simple enough for anyone to work on. Here's what embarrasses modern trucks. These C10Ns were designed for owner maintenance. Spacious engine bays, logically placed components. You could change spark plugs without tearing apart half the engine. The owner's manual actually showed you how to adjust valves and set timing. Build quality was exceptional. Panel gaps were tight, doors closed with authority. Paint was thick and durable. This wasn't just about looks. It was about building trucks that would look good and work well for decades. The fact that 50-year-old C10s are still earning their keep proves sometimes simpler really is better. Number 5. Chevrolet K5 Blazer, 1973 to 1991. The SUV that embarrasses modern pickups by being tougher than most trucks. This wasn't some soft suburban hauler. This was a truck with the back cut off, capable of outworking vehicles twice its size. Built on the same platform as Chevy pickups, everything was over-engineered for work truck duty. The 350 small block V8 is arguably one of the greatest engines ever made. Simple, reliable, easy to work on. Parts are still being manufactured today because so many are still running. What embarrasses modern pickups is the K5's simplicity and capability. No computers until the very end of production. Everything was mechanical and straightforward. A backyard mechanic could diagnose and fix almost anything with basic hand tools. Compare that to modern vehicles where you need thousands of dollars in diagnostic equipment. The removable fiberglass top meant it could be a truck when you needed it and enclosed when weather demanded it. The K5 represents something we've lost, the idea that a vehicle should be repairable forever. Today's trucks might be more capable on paper, but when something breaks, it often means replacing whole modules. The K5 could be kept running forever with determination and basic tools. Number 4. Dodge Power Wagon, 1946 to 1968. The truck literally born from war, embarrassing modern pickups by being tougher than anything built today. Born from World War II military trucks, Dodge basically painted their military design a different color and sold it to farmers. This was a truck designed to survive artillery bombardments. The Power Wagon was ridiculously over-engineered for civilian use. Massive frame rails, axles designed to handle twice the weight they'd ever see. a cast iron transfer case that could probably survive a direct meteor strike. Everything about it screamed military-grade toughness, because that's exactly what it was. The 230 cubic inch Flathead 6 made only 94 horsepower, but this engine was designed for military reliability. It had to run on terrible fuel, start in extreme temperatures, and operate for hours at full throttle. In civilian use, it was barely working, which is why these engines regularly went 200,000 miles without major work. Here's what embarrasses modern trucks. The Power Wagon came with a 7,300-pound capacity winch as standard equipment, a factory winch in 1946, while modern trucks need aftermarket modifications to handle serious work. The Power Wagon was ready for anything straight from the factory. It was uncomfortable, slow, and drank fuel, but it was unstoppable. Number 3. Ford F-250 Highboy, 1967 to 1977. The Ford that embarrasses every modern truck by being the toughest pickup Ford ever made. Called Highboy because of its tall stance from the factory four-wheel drive system, these trucks were built when Ford engineers competed to see who could overbuild components the most. The Highboy wasn't just a lifted F-250, it was a different animal entirely. Massive frames, designed for four-wheel drive stress, Dana 44 or legendary Dana 60 front axles that are still sought after today. These weren't just truck parts, they were industrial-grade components. Engine options included the 460 Big Block, a massive engine that made tremendous torque and was practically unstressed in F-250 applications. While it drank fuel like a battleship, it would run forever if you maintained it. Some blocks have been rebuilt so many times they've grown from 460 to over 500 cubic inches. What embarrasses modern trucks is the Highboy's no-compromise approach. Everything was mechanical. Manual locking hubs, cast iron transfer case, no vacuum lines to rot, no electronics to fail. The C6 automatic transmission was so overbuilt it was used in motorhomes and dump trucks. These trucks were worked hard and survived because they were built to handle decades of abuse. Number 2. Toyota Hilux, 1968 to 1995. The truck that literally cannot be killed, embarrassing every modern pickup by proving reliability isn't about technology. It's about engineering excellence. Top Gear tried to destroy one. They drowned it, set it on fire, dropped it from a crane, and it still ran. This wasn't Hollywood magic. This was real-world toughness. Toyota's approach was different from American manufacturers. Instead of making it big and powerful, they focused on one thing: it had to survive anything. The 22R four-cylinder engines made modest power, but regularly hit 500,000 miles. Some have documented over 1 million miles on the original engine. The secret was in the details. Toyota used timing chains instead of belts, heavy-duty head gaskets, oversized cooling systems. Everything was designed with massive safety margins. While American trucks were chasing horsepower, Toyota was chasing reliability. And they achieved it in ways that still seem impossible. Here's what embarrasses modern trucks. The Hilux became the vehicle of choice where breakdown meant death. Australian outback, African deserts, war zones, everywhere reliability mattered most, people chose the Hilux. There's a reason they're called technicals when mounted with weapons. They're technically indestructible. The Hilux proves when your life depends on your vehicle, you don't choose the newest, you choose the toughest. Number 1. Chevrolet K10, 1973 to 1987. The truck that embarrasses every modern pickup by being the perfect combination of simplicity, durability, and capability. This is the truck that defined reliability for an entire generation and became the standard all other trucks are measured against. The K10's superiority starts with the square body design. GM engineers hit the sweet spot. Fully boxed frame up front, C-channels in the rear. The perfect balance of strength and flexibility. The small block 350 might be the greatest automotive engine ever built. Simple, reliable, powerful enough, and parts are still being made because millions are still running. What embarrasses modern trucks most is the K10's repairability. Massive engine bay where you could stand beside the engine while working. Every component was accessible. No computers until the very end of production. just honest mechanical components that either worked or didn't, a backyard mechanic could handle any repair. The four-wheel drive system was brilliantly simple. Mechanical transfer case, Dana axles, manual hubs. No electronics, no sensors, no modules to fail, just gears and steel doing what they do best, surviving. The aftermarket support is unmatched because GM built basically the same truck for 14 years. Here's the ultimate embarrassment for modern trucks. Drive through rural America today and you'll still see K10s working after 40+ years. They're still hauling, still earning their keep, still proving when you build something right, it lasts forever. The K10 represents the pinnacle of truck engineering. The last generation before electronics took over. The last generation where trucks were expected to last forever and were built accordingly. There you go. 10 legendary trucks still humiliating every modern pickup on the road. These aren't nostalgic relics. They're proof that sometimes older really is better. While modern trucks are loaded with technology and creature comforts, they can't match the raw, bulletproof reliability of machines built to work, not impress. What's truly embarrassing for the modern truck industry is that vehicles built 30, 40, even 50 years ago are still outworking brand new trucks costing twice as much. These legends prove the best engineering isn't the newest. Engineering, it's the simplest, toughest, most reliable engineering. Which of these legends have you owned or worked on? And more importantly, is it still running and making your neighbor's new truck look soft? Drop your stories in the comments below. I guarantee someone else has the same truck with 500,000 miles still going strong. If this reality check about modern trucks versus true legends opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more content from Chrome Zone about vehicles that refuse to die. Thanks for watching, and remember, they don't make them like they used to.